good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. To speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
How about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Huntley. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Seibert's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Pettis now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Bears are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second and goal, here's the option. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Back to throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Byron Pringle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
No check.
On second down, Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions at 7-8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards to pick up, first down. Well, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Huntley's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. To throw, Huntley. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Trey Flowers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Huntley to throw. And he's going to go down again. Roquan Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
From his goal line here, Fields under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Shifts by him, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick. 1st and 10. On the ground and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And Santos yanks that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Right there, right there.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are once again back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
Bears 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fields on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's caught at the 3. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Huntley's throw taken in by Chark. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw on third down, Huntley. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. They find some open field here. A beautiful, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back for a chance to really extend this lead out.
On the move to his left. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, it's Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Byron Pringle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Now the point after try for Santos. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Santos now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Lions 26, Bears 21. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made in the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has to manage to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Fields. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Steps away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Huntley under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Huntley. And the pressure gets to him again. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Amadi Oruwariye. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on entry, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to Swift again on second down. Ooh, with a juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some nifty running here as they take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work down inside the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers.